say. Mr. President, we do have members in NEC. I want to introduce here. If they know I don't winning. Don't only see the face. Is Mr. Kaluya, you can go back and sit. You can have lunch with the president. We want to thank you for your organization in Busoga. It was very impressive. I had not done a tour. This is my first one, and I can't wait tomorrow or the other day. So thank you very much, Mr. Kaluya. You have restored hope in our hearts who thought that there was back. With us, members neck, I have the head of training, Pastor Mwanguzi. You're most welcome. The Busoga, stand up just for recognition. Mr. President, I want to abakulembeze ba Busoga bo balinze bwa firimbi nti ate tibendo tandikire wandiike bo baliko bakire Busoga buliji bawine nti bisobola okubitambuza. I want to recognize leaders from there's this brother of mine always, I forget to introduce him and get to know that, which I love. You're most welcome. He has also the leaders from Mbale, veterans from Confrence. We have all leaders, councillors. We have the Right Honorable Speaker of KCC. You are most welcome. Speaker Zahara. We have Alice Nanunji from Masaka. Tuja Masaka the program Nachos. And of course the media. We are very grateful to you, the media and the audience. We are very, very grateful. And all of you leaders, wow. We have Dr. Ndiwalana, also a member of parliament. Malimbo Limbo, I have seen you. We are with you in heart and in physique. So thank you very much. Councillors, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. All the councillors, please, you can stand up for recognition. You're most welcome. Those are councillors from Busoga. You're most welcome. Hajia, you're most welcome. Councillor Kata, Bulot Councillor. And then the whipping councillor is also here. You're all most welcome. To you, the media, you're most welcome. We are glad that we are here. We are not going to take a lot of time because we are out of what we're supposed to do. But I want to say just 2 words, and then I will invite the Secretary. We are very grateful to the leadership of the National Unity Platform at Busoga for always trusting us at this liberation struggle. Busoga has been classified for a long time as the bedrock of poverty, and this poverty has given us all the effects, the negative effects a region can have growing out of poverty. You one time had to sit as a country and fix a bigger problem in our side. We are not ashamed to talk about it because it is the regime that has put us there. Formally, and there's a lot of force, Mr. President, in Busoga. A lot of blackmail in Busoga against National Unity Platform, against the leaders of the National Unity Platform, and that the National Unity Platform stands for. Because for me, Mr. President, I have understood that we stand for people power, and we stand to liberate this country for equality, equity, and fairness for all. And even those issues are doubted by our blackmailers. But the people of Busoga, we want to thank you, all of you wherever you are, who gave out these 2 days as public holidays to defeat the blackmail, to defeat the negative energy. You gave us hope. For us who have been speaking for you, the Busoga, we were very excited. That is General Sauda Madada. I saw General Sauda Madada, Mr. President, riding from Jinja to Kamuli on a donkey. Probably she's part of the reasons we are stopped. So we as Busoga and those, I want to speak on behalf of the leaders to the people of Busoga. You gave us more energy to stand for those issues that we are standing for. You gave us more energy. You showed us that you are listening to what we are telling you, that our country that our country needs the Mwananchi to stand up and uplift themselves. To you, the people of Busoga, we are very grateful. We can promise you, the leaders from Busoga, we are going to do whatever it is necessary to always be at the forefront of liberating our country. Because once we are at the forefront, we are definitely sure that you, the people of Busoga, never you be minimized on sharing the national cake. If you look at our road infrastructure, if you look at our health system, if you look at even the education, Mr. President, all the schools, if you ever visited Namasagali, you would wonder. And Namasagali, the proprietor of Namasagali is still alive, but the school is dead. The person. So we are very grateful that the National Unity Platform has given us this platform. We are very grateful that we as leaders, you have supported us, and we promise that we will follow with loyalty, Mr. Secretary General, we the leaders of Busoga, will follow with loyalty the whims and directions of our party without any doubt or say from anybody. We will do that because you have manifested that you are behind us. Mr. President, let me ask the Busoga to come behind me, and I say these words in Busoga, and then I will invite the Secretary General. Mungane ekyo tukikole mu bwangu. Abasoga mwidde no twogere ebigambo bino mu Lusoga. Nze namusobola kunkuba ku akalulu mwantolawo nawo ndi omuzindaalo. Ekyo mutakoba nti omusaada atwese ko twikaikania. Swengere Mr. President yankobye nti emirimu gimugemere ku radio n'akali amawa ali mu kooti is actually broadcasting this press conference live. And even yesterday we were with them live. Baba TV was with us live, I'm told. I'm not yet sure. Yes, live. And they are still with us now live. We are very grateful. Mwebaleino mwebaletegera nti muli Basoga era nti muraninga project sedi y'okuyamba Abasoga okwenunula. Baba Busoga wano yentandikire ku nti yabaire live era Waiswa wuyo ali kwogera yemerera bakubone Waiswa. Aha, muna mawulire bana mungani mbyogere kulwayo kale twende okwebaza Mr. President gwe twagulika erina lya Ngobi okwesiga Abasoga bamaze ibanga nga tibatwesiga. Yemerera utafwayo, yemerera mukulwaikiriza asimyo yemerera ate ebigambo tuli kwogera bya lutalo. Mr. President, twende okwebaza National Unity Platform okurecognizinga timwakoma kukutuwa biketezo byakukulembera mu kibiina kino, giving us a new direction of leadership. Kubanga ye Busoga tubaire tuzira direction ya bukulembeze nga tulyaganaaga. Narebu Paulo mwira ali waye mule kasete wano yene oidono muleyi. Mr. President, abakulembeze Busoga ng'okubafuna mwira ono yaliyo kunabakulembeze nga basatu. Ayo olwaleero nti olina Abasoga nga bakulembeze basobola okwemerera wano ate nga bangi kyododo basigaire waka, abandi nga bwe twabaire emikolo bakaateekateeka, abandi babaire balowooza titulikukeera bugweri era bambaire engoye dda bugweri. Balinzi kive nti mujja kubongera omukisa era babiiremu memale mujje mubiketeza ebindi. Lwaki Abasoga bali kuwaayo omwoyo? Kubanga mwabasembeza mwategeera ebizibu byaibwe. Leero Busoga neni nayo obwavu. Bw'oba oyenda okwogera ku bwavu mu Uganda osooka kwogera ku Busoga me waayogera ku bitundu ebindi. Ni Kalameja twagibisa enfunza daatuluma imwe mwene mwayemera mwakoba nti bateekwa ebigere mu mafuta banaakola batya. Aye nga gavumenti ekyo kyeyinza okola ki? Teringirire kiri kuva ku ki? Ti muteekwa bigere mu mafuta mwedaaterera. Aye nga kiri kuva ku bwavu. So okwiddako mu bukulembeze n'ekibiina kino ekye-NUP kiri kutangaaza Abasoga ekisooka okwenigiramu, aye ekisinga kuba kikulu okwikiririza mu bukulembeze bwa National Unity Platform. Mututembeete paka kutola kunakyemalira oyo Museveni Yoweri. Baba omusaada oyo azira wakalakaite bubi nga wakalakaite Basoga. Ye naatukeere yasiima nti nga muli baavino. Ye namwe naatukeere nakyemalira yakuba nti aye bano ngamba tusiza wala. Ye nawe yatutuusa tiyasuubira titulituuka waye we tuli. Eisuubi liri mwimwe abana Uganda abali mu National Unity Platform abali kulafubana nenzo okwebaza abasoga ku lw'obukulembeze bwa National Unity Platform nifa abakulembeze mwatuwa era amaanyi mangi kuba oluusi tujja twakuba nti bwelogosa tebali kuwuliriza amaanyi agabateereibwaku okubalimba byetuli ni byetutali okulwanisa ekibiina kya National Unity Platform aye ni mukoba nti be oyide omusoga bwakoba ati be Mr. President aba akobye aye kulu no bakoba nti NRM zizi bakoba nti be era NRM tejja kuiramu kwegazaniza ku kyalo kyaife mwebale ino mwebalirala abantu b'e Busoga era Mr. President omulundi guno tulikuleeta etiimu n'olibona bamweru bali wano bakaluya bali wano Pastor Muwanguzi wuno Seeka wuno onoliita mama Mayuge sete eno bakubone toli mweru ino omweru n'abewala n'abakulembeze bonabona be mulikola Mr. President tujjakola omulimu kuluno tujja kukola omulimu kubanga tutegeire nti amazima wano wonkana awajja okutaasa abasoga webale ino webalirala lwaki bemereire wano balinze bwamawulire nti tulikwira muli kubanga ife Busoga twatulese eno nti abantu bali kutuvuma abeekamuli baba abeekamuli bali kutuvuma nti imwera mwamukomya buwolero nti musirikirire tujja kuba wamawulire President wa Imwengo Bichagulanyi Robert Sentamu aida akola kyonna kyonna ekisoboka atalage mu Busoga munaku mwatuwa era ife twadidikire yalinga public holiday nibwoko bencho era abantu nga amaduuka baigala benda bwakumoga kunategeera tulikwira kuki ngabana Uganda mwebale ino mwebalirala kutuwa bwesige nga Abasoga tituli baswaza ife nga abakulembezi mwebale ino mwebalirala tida kubandulaye mwena mwene nseba bwene olegwe mu bwene ali mukakofiira oyo Kanyama Kanyama bamweta Bobby Giant kale muje mwetyamire mwebale ino mwebalirala Kasikali waye Kasikali mukoti mwebale ino mwebalirala Mr. President, I can tell you when you see such groups of people from as far as Busoga, it is reason for us to clap ourselves. Abasoga mwekubireko mungalo na kalulu. It is not a press conference for Busoga, but yesterday our president was disturbed and we are warning security. Ngobi mumuzanikize wandi timumuzanikiza Busoga. Ngobi muje mumuzanikize wa France Ukraine ayere Busoga. Ekyo mukivweko tikida kusoboka mwebale ino mwebalirira kumpuliriza tijja kwongera ebigambo bindi mungane ndete Secretary General w'ekibiina kya National Unity Platform nambona yena aide ayogere ku yetuli sebo Mr. Secretary General.
Ugalo wa yisaba nandi people power our power. You'll forgive me, my voice is not the best. We ate a lot of tear gas yesterday. Era naye edobozi likyaliyo terina pondoka. Mr. President, Deputy President, Leader of the Opposition in Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Head of Mobilization, Chairman Nyanzi banange ubirako ku bantu okungemu. Yeah, I want to appreciate first of all the leaders who led the charge yesterday on our way to Kamuli, and of course that's why I had to recognize him, because as the head of mobilization, that is his activity, and he was the one leading us in terms of the organizational work, although the main person was our president, who was going out to meet his people. As you all know, we rolled out and announced our nationwide tour and formally notified the police as required by the law. The laws of Uganda say that if you want to hold a public meeting, public gathering, you should notify. And it should be very clear that the law does not say you should ask for permission. It is to notify them, which we did. Unfortunately, these people have not responded to us in writing. We wrote to them, they did not write to us. We just had media reports that one Mr. Enanga was somewhere saying that we did not notify them, first of all, which was a lie, but not unexpected of him, because One time he even talked about Emunyenye, you remember very well. So that he tells lies is not surprising. But the other thing he said was that there is a ban on activities of the National Unity Platform. And we are asking, what kind of ban is that? How can you say that a political party is banned from carrying out activities when other political actors, political parties and other individuals, including illegal ones like PLOU, are allowed to go on and carry out their activities, carry out processions, do all sorts of things, and then they come and say that NUP is not allowed to do its activities. And I think the question we are putting to the police is whether they have now also decided, as they have always done anyway, to go into the political arena, and if they have started already to say that they intend, while we are running a race, they want to tie us with ropes and allow all other political actors to continue running while we are grounded. And of course, that is something that we shall not allow as a National Unity Platform. Having said that, I want to read a letter that we are this afternoon going to deliver to the police. Today, as you know, we were supposed to be in Bugweri district, and we did not because of the violence that was meted out on us yesterday. Those of you who were there saw the kind of violence. Right from Buikwe, they started beating up our people, arresting others. As I speak, we have some of our comrades still stuck in hospitals and that kind of thing. So we decided that we should come and, first of all, protest. Because we wrote to them, they did not write back to us. We've just been hearing what they've been saying in the news. So this is a letter addressed to the Inspector General of Police, dated today, and it is titled Protest Against the Brutality Meted Out on Us by the Police and Military on Wednesday, 22nd May 2024, and the illegal obstruction of our activities. Reference is made to ours dated 10th, in which we informed them about our nationwide membership registration, and further reference is made to our letter dated 16th, in which we notified the police of our intended public rallies, mobilization meetings, and radio talk shows in the different districts of Uganda. On Wednesday 22nd, which was yesterday, we set off to Kamuli for our first event. Whereas our team was very peaceful, as you all saw, and law-abiding, a combined force of the police and military responded to us with so much violence and brutality. They used tear gas, live bullets, and pepper spray to disperse peaceful citizens who had gathered to receive us, and most importantly, our president. They also used sticks and batons to beat up several people, some of whom are still admitted in different hospitals. A huge roadblock was mounted to prevent us from entering Kamuli district, while our people were being subjected to so much violence. Some of our leaders were brutally arrested for trying to organize a lawful meeting. This letter is therefore to strongly protest against this violent constitution. Whereas we wrote to you, meaning the police, about our intended activities, we have received no formal response raising any issue with our meetings. We have, however, had media reports wherein Mr. Fred Enanga claimed that we hadn't notified you about our activities, which was partisan for the police to issue a blanket ban on the activities of the National Unity Platform, while other political actors go on with their mobilization activities. As you are aware, meaning the police, various political actors, more segments. Why is NUP specifically targeted and being restricted from mobilizing and organizing? We therefore request the IGP, to prevail over the police and other security agencies not to interfere with the rest of our program as communicated to you in the reference letters. If there is any legitimate concerns about our activities, we are ready and available to engage with the police leadership in order to ensure that our activities proceed successfully. Short of that, they will be violating the law, and we shall use everything within our means to take them on. So that is the letter, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe as I conclude, let me say this also, that as NUP, we have constantly told you that we write these letters so that we are on record. Not that sometimes even when, people say, why do you write this? We want to be on record, and many times you've seen what comes out of being on record. It may not be what you expect, but there are things that come and bite, and sometimes bite in a harder way. But we also believe that eventually there will have to be accountability for all these violations, and it is very important at all times for us to be on the record. So without wasting any time, I want to very quickly maybe. Olunaku lwajjo mutulabe nga tugenze Kamuli nga tubadde ekigendererwa kyaffe kya kutuuka eri abantu baffe okusingira ddala Pulezidenti waffe nga alina okutuuka ku bantu be abeeyo mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo. Programu yaffe twategeeza poliisi ng'amateeka bwe galagira. Amateeka gagamba nti bw'oba oyagala kukola olukungaana bwe lutyo, tegeezako poliisi, si kugisaba lukusa. Bw'omala gitegeeza, bwe beeyina byeyagala mukwataganeko, ebaddamu ne bawandiikira ne bagamba tubadde tulowooza tukozese kuba olina oba tukole bwe kituba bwe kiti. Naye bwe batekuwandiikidde kiba kitegeeza terina bwegamba nti ffe tuloote ki kye bagenda okukola. Kati mwalabye byonna bye bakoze ne badeployinga ne bakuba abantu baffe amu ne babasiba ne wetwogerera abantu baffe bali eyo. Bamu betukola nabo wano tebali wano naffe. Lwaki? Kubanga baba tutte poliisi e Kamuli ne basulayo, era wetwogerera batugamba abamu bali mubatwala mu kooti. Abamu nno babasanze ne ku restaurants nga banywamu kacaayi n'omugyawo n'omutwala. Of course tuwulidde nti bagezaako okufumba ebisango nga bwe bazze bakola. Olunaku lwaleero twali badde mu disitulikiti ya Bugweri, era abantu be babadde batwetegekedde bulungi nnyo. Mbadde njogerako n'abamu ku makya nga olunaku lwaleero kibakoze bubi nnyo okulaba nga tetugenze, naye tusazeewo tujje tukomewo tusobole okuwandiika protest letter oba ebbaluwa ekola ki ey'emulugunya. Njagala ekigambo ekiri stronger than that. Oba ewakanya kwemulugunya si complaining, eyekalakasa noze people power era omwekalakasi. Tusazeewo okuwandika ebbaluwa eyekalakasa eri poliisi n'okugitegeeza nti bye bakola tebitambula n'amateeka, kubanga ffe twaba notifyinga ne tubawandikira bulungi nnyo. Ebbaluwa ngibasomedde mu Luzungu, naye omulamu omukulu gweriko ekisooka kwe kubajukiza nti twabawandiikira. Ekyokubiri kwe kubategeeza nti jo bwe tubadde tuwandikira IGP nti jo bwe tubadde tutandise activities zaffe bakoze effujjo okuviira ddala Buyikwe ku bridge awo ne bakuba abantu baffe ne bagenda mu maaso kukuba olyo erigenda e Kamuli. Ate bwe tugezaako okuyingira Kamuli ne tusanga nga bataddewo amagye ne poliisi. Mulabye ekibaddeyo. Obwengula bonna obw'e Kamuli almost n'ebitundu byonna ebiri awo bubadde bujjudde tear gas n'ebirala. So violence ati so bataddeko road block ne bakuba abantu baffe era ne bakwata n'abantu baffe bangi nnyo awadde tebalina musango. So ne tugamba nti tuwandike n'ebbaluwa ebategeeza nti be bakoze bimenya amateeka. Mwami Enanga gye buvuddeko yavaayo n'agamba nti tetwabategeeza ekyali kituufu, era twateeka ebbaluwa gye twabawa. Mpozi ekyokubiri yavaayo n'agamba nti bo baatuteekako envumbo, baatuteekako band, tetusobola kukola activities. Kati ebbaluwa ebabuuza Tilwaki mugamba nti NUP terina kola activities so nga mmwe mukkiriza abalala bonna ne beetayanga bwe baagala mu ggwanga. Ndowooza gye buvuddeko mubadde mubalaba aba PLU juzi baali Masaka, bo of course tebabeera n'abantu be tubeera nabo. Balina okupikinga abantu ne bapangisa zibaasi ne bajja abantu mu bitundu byonna byonna era abamawulire mwabikavalinga nga abamu babanja transport waabwe. Kaakati bwe bakunganyiza eyo bayise ebivulu processions, tetwalaba poliisi bwe vaayo. Juzi mulabye ono Liliana Abe ng'alina omukolo kitugumu, ne mulaba processions ze badde bayisa n'ebirala. So tubuuza lwaki bwe kituuka ku NUP bwe beekwasa ne batandika kujja ebisongasonga so nga tekiri mu mateeka ekyo kyonna kye bakola. So twagala babuuza mutegeeza NUP mugisibyemu emiguwa ne mugamba yo tegenda kutambula, naye abalala bonna mubaleke batambule. Tetugamba nti bali nabo babagaani, bali batambule naye naffe batuleke tukole ebyaffe. Enugu bwe nga gye balina yakuba nti ffe tubeera n'abantu bangi nnyo tetulina kyabakolera. Sorry. Kati let me invite you to invite the president. Mpozi nekisembayo mu baluwa eno tubategeezezza nti bwe balina ensonga ey'eggumba gye balina, tuli ready, tuli available, batuyite twogere nabo tubawulirize biki bye bagamba, baleme okutuulayo bakole press conferences. Bwe baba balina ensonga ng'erimu eggumba ekyo mukiwulire nga eri legitimate yonna batuyite tutuule naffe twanjule ensonga zaffe. Webalime.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Secretary General. People power, our power, people power, our power. Kunga Busoga kunga. Without wasting time, Your Excellency, the de facto and de jure President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency Ngobi, Obini, and all the other names, and the Right Honorable Secretary General, the Leader of Opposition, Honorable Joel, and all protocol observed in the interest of time, and you, our allies, in terms of taking our voices there, we do not take it for granted. Yesterday was yet another awakening the great role you play as media people. Yes, we are continuing as per our notice, as per our program, because it is very legal, because it is constitutional. The President is going to talk about it. We are here today by choice to civilly, in a civil manner, communicate and address and recommit that we are going to go ahead with our civil and civic duty as a political party. I am humbled and honored to be part of this journey. And I know the day is very soon when our tears are going to drop, not because of the brutality, but because God answered our prayers and our resilience delivered that new Uganda. On that note, and having congratulated the team Busoga, we have not reached Kamuli, and we are going to be in Kamuli. As requested, mine is to reaffirm our commitment. Mine is to reaffirm also my personal commitment to be on this trip, to be on this journey. And also, let us not go back to our closet. I want to call upon all the women of Uganda. You should have been in Busoga yesterday. Women with babies on their backs, running with us. I was propelled out of the comfort of a vehicle to run with these women to run for Uganda, to run as a statement. We cannot keep silent. We cannot sit down anymore. We have to continue to not only make restless noises, but to act restless in terms of reclaiming our rightful space and reaching out to our people wherever they are. Your Excellency, with that, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to communicate. Please do not think this is an act of cowardice. We retreated. No, we retreated because it is the most civil thing to do. We are a political party that goes back to the drawing board and sits and we communicate. We also listen. Many of you are advising us. We listen. And thank you so much. Your Excellency, please come and give us that word of wisdom and light the fire!
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy. People power! Our power! People power! Our power! NUP! Everywhere! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Abe Busoga mwe mukulikeyo bambi mwebale ne Kaluya we mwebale mwena mwekaza. People power! Our power! NUP! Everywhere! Thank you very much. Comrades, please take a seat. Thank you, Madam Deputy President, Comrade Secretary General, Leader of Opposition, of our parliamentary team, our national mobilizer, Comrade Members of Parliament, other leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, I salute you. So much has been said. I just want to add my voice appreciating the people of Busoga, the leaders of Busoga most importantly. Thank you very much. Thank you, the foot soldiers of Busoga, the supporters, the members. We salute you once again. Give them a big round of applause. The leaders headed by Comrade Kaluya, Honorable Mwiru, our deputy spokespersons, all the leaders of Busoga. You did an amazing job yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank the people of Busoga, the masses that showed up, braved tear gas, braved live bullets, braved intimidation to come and show us solidarity. Thank you very much. We don't take it for granted. That is what the regime fears. They fear people. They fear the truth. And every time you come out in large numbers, you confirm to us that what we're believing in is not wrong. We salute you. Thank you very much. The people of Kamuli, although we were blocked from reaching you, but please know that we saw the solidarity that you were preparing to show us. We salute you. Our leaders were arrested in Kamuli, and I'll talk about that later. But we thank the people of Kamuli for always standing on the right side of history, for always refusing to be slaves in their land. We salute you. Thank you very much. I was not able to address you yesterday because we were blocked. We were tear gassed. Many of our comrades were arrested. Some were, hurt. I watched with my eyes a baby girl fighting for her life in a taxi, where a police officer came and threw a tear gas canister in a taxi after blocking us. So many cars were parked behind because the road was blocked. No car could turn. They could not rush her in hospital. So I watched a baby fight for her life. But even the people among our teams that were trying to save the baby were being beat by the police.
It's so shameless, shameful, but that's the country we're living in. But we salute all of you leaders that we were with in Kamuli. My message to the people of Kamuli. Number one, I am coming there and I will reach you by all necessary means. But before we come to you, I want you to know that we are not giving up. I want you to know that what you're supporting is legitimate, is moral. I want you to know that God is on your side, the law is on our side, and the people of Uganda are all on our side. Everybody is struggling for freedom, at least in our lifetime. And we shall see that day, God will. Don't be scared. These people are scared. You saw that we were able, they were trying to block us from reaching Kamuli. But we slowed down, which turned out to be an advantage because we were people of Kamuli. Don't give up. These people, one, they are scared, illegitimate. They cannot reason us out. They cannot give any reason, any moral reason for the things they're doing. So they resort to violence. They resort to brutality. They want to provoke us to violence. We are many. We are millions. But we refuse to be reduced to violence because we know violence only begets violence. Don't fear them. They cannot stand us if we choose to stand up. And this is what they cannot. They had to solicit police officers from different police stations in Busoga so they can be able to contain us. They had to pick tear gas from all police stations in Busoga to ensure that they can contain us. We did not encourage people to take them on, and yet we can. We could, overcome them and go to Busoga, or to go to Kamuli. But we decided to be the moral people that we have always been. And I continue to encourage you to be non-violent, to be moral, but to be firm and not to accept to be enslaved on your own land. So my message to you continues to be that we are stronger than these immoral people. We are stronger than these rebels. And non-violence ultimately will win violence. So stand firm. To all the people of Uganda, now you know that if you rose, the whole of Uganda police was in Busoga. What if the people of Masaka rose up? What if the people of other parts of Busoga rose up? What if the people in Kampala rose up? So bana abantu betu tubatiira bwerere singa tukera ku macha ne tumenka fena kaba kagwamu bugwe. Like I said, we shall come to Kamuli and we shall reach Kamuli. And that will not be very far from now. Yesterday, many of our comrades were arrested. In Kamuli alone, more than 20 were arrested. But even before I talk about those, as I speak right now, our brother Bobby Young was arrested yesterday. Apparently, the outfits, the NUP and People Power outfits that we wear are now declared to be military uniforms. As we speak right now, an international award-winning fashion designer called Latif Madoi is in prison because he tailored an outfit for me. I wear the outfit. They are not arresting me because so much media is focused on me. But Latif is in prison and other fashion designers are in prison for maintenance. That is how timid they are. We protest them through music. That's why my music is banned in Uganda. We protest them through fashion. That's why now an international fashion designer that has brought so much pride to Uganda is in prison for tailoring an outfit for me. That is what this regime has reduced itself to. I encourage you to continue morally defying them, morally resisting, because the world is with us, and one day history will write about us. Not just those, I've already mentioned that yesterday more than 20 of our staff members were arrested, including Sarah Mukisa, our administrative secretary, and the deputy head of the women wing, Rama Juma. Together with comrades like Shafi Adams, like Bobby Rush, and many others. I'm told that this morning they're being taken to court, and be sure that yet another, bogus charge is going to be slapped on them. But that is not new with this regime. They one day claimed that they found 2 machine guns. I don't know where those so-called machine guns of mine disappeared from. So we will stand firm. We will defy that injustice, and we will defeat that injustice, God willing. I will also remind you that just 2 days ago, I went to what is supposed to be the Uganda Human Rights Commission, headed by Ewan Wangadia. In 2018, December, I reported a case to the Uganda Human Rights Commission. I petitioned against the illegal blockage of my concerts. I am an artist, a professional artist, and the law in Uganda provides that everybody shall be free to exercise and, benefit from their work. But more than 5 years, I was not given a hearing. For the first time after more than 5 years, almost 6 years, the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission gave me a hearing. And I only spoke 2 statements, and I was shut up because the head of the Uganda Human Rights Commission does not want to listen to anything apart from the interests of General Museveni. And because we didn't have any option, we withdrew our petition from the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission. But I want to inform you today that that was not the end. That we went there because with any positive results. We already know that all institutions of government have been captured by the regime. Every institution is serving General Museveni. We've told you before that when you're fighting against General Museveni, you're fighting against UPDF, you're fighting against the National Police, you're fighting against Bank of Uganda, and you're fighting against every other institution of state, including the Uganda Human Rights Commission. So I'm here to inform you that we are going to escalate this matter. Wangadia is not the end. We are going to petition all international human rights bodies. And we are going to seek many other remedies, including sanctions on Madam Wangadia. Because she's supposed to be the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, fighting for human rights for Ugandans. But she's the #1 violator of human rights. When the families of the people that were abducted and still missing by the ministry, she claimed that these people are non-existent. Even when the Prime Minister of this regime came out and owned that she indeed knows where John Bosco Chibalama is, she saw him. Wangadia came out and said Chibalama is a ghost. So Wangadia is also a target for sanctions over violating human rights. Now, coming back to our tour. Yes, so many of our people were hurt. So many of our people were arrested. Bullets were flying everywhere, even when we were non-violent. We encouraged our people to be non-violent, and that is going to be our way until we win. However, I'm here to also add a voice on what our Secretary General has mentioned. Yes, we've written a protest letter, not because we expect the police to be any moral. We wanted to go on record. And just after this press conference, our senior leaders are going to deliver that letter to the Inspector General of Police, to his office. And we hope that will shake them to sobriety. But even if they don't, we want to go on record, because we know that anybody that breaks the law will be personally liable. We want to go on record so that the law can go after all those people in their individual capacity. You know what happened to Kaihura, you know what happened to Kandiho, you know what happened to all these other people. but we want sanctions on every other human rights violator, to every other person in office that abuses their office. And we shall get that, inshallah. So, because they blocked us from reaching Kamuli, our nationwide tour has not yet started. We did not go to Bugweri today because we had to come here and make it clear to the nation and also engage the police as the dictator. So I hereby announce that tomorrow we are resuming our nationwide tour. Tomorrow we are going to Pansa. We are not breaking any law. We are not doing anything wrong. We are a legitimate political party. We are not committing any crime. While all other political parties are going about their business, we are being blocked. We know the regime fears us, but they don't have to embarrass themselves showing fear. There could be a few people in Uganda who still support the regime. Don't show them that you're so scared of us. So we are going about our work. Like I said, we're not committing any crime. Everybody else is going up. Every other political parties and other political actors are going about their business unhindered. Why are they blocking us? Even those that are doing illegal gatherings, for example, Museveni's son is a serving military officer who is barred by the law. He's forbidden by the law in engaging in partisan politics. But he goes around politicking and nobody touches him. But the police and the military are all deployed to stop us. We are going to go about our work. You have two options. Either to leave us, either to respect the law and leave us go about our work, or engage in your criminality and go on record. Because you know that Uganda is not isolated from the rest of the world. The law will come for you. If the Ugandan law cannot get you, the international law will get you. If Ugandan institutions cannot get you, international institutions will get you. As for us, we shall continue doing what we're doing within the law, and we shall wait for you to put yourself in target for answering, because we know one day you'll have to answer internationally. Mu Luganda, njagala okubebaza mwenna abaganda bange Busoga olw'omulimu gw'ettendo ku mwakoze. Njagala okwebaza bafuuti sojazi b'e Busoga olwa mobilization gye mwakoze n'okutukuuma. Njagala okwebaza abantu b'e Busoga olw'okuvaayo ne mweyiwa ku makubo okuviira ddala enjeru nga tetunaba na kusala Nile, ne bagumira tiagas, ne bagumira emiggo, ne bagumira amasasi agabadde gesooza nga baagala okutulaga obumu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala bannange. Njagala n'okwebaza abantu b'e Kamuli, kuba e Kamuli ate y'emiggo gyatandise mangu ne tiagas yatandise mangu, naye ne mubeerawo ne mutulinda. Kyanaku tetwasobodde batuukako, naye tujja batuukako mu ngeri yonna essaawa yonna. Meseji yange y'abantu b'e Kamuli, njagala obbajjukiza bannange, si mwe b'e Kamuli mwekka naye okwetoloola Uganda yonna. Mwalabye nti twasobodde okutambula nga tutambulira ku sipiidi 2 okuviira ddala enjeru ne tusala bridge ne tugira ddala paka ebuwoolera kumpi ne Bupadengo. Lwaki? Kubanga bano abasajja tebamalaako bwe muba muli bangi. Babadde balina okusolooza tiagasi mu Busoga yonna, babadde balina okusolooza abasirikale mu Busoga yonna, ate nabo nga babadde tebajja kumalako naffe kubanga twabadde mitwalo na mitwalo. Twasazeewo obutalwanagana nabo, twasazeewo obutasikangana nabo, ne tukyuka ne tudda e Kampala olw'ensonga zino wammanga. Okusookera ddala twabadde twagala kujja kwogerako n'eggwanga, twabadde twagala kujja okugenda ku record okuwandiikira poliisi nga twemulugunya nga twekalakasa tubalage ebikyamu bye bali mukola so that tugenda on record. Bino ebintu bye tukola tetubikola kubanga twagala bano abantu bakyuse empisa. Nedda, tumanyi nabo balagirwa bulagirwa kubanga Uganda efugibwa family emu. Museveni bw'aba atya NUP ne People Power ajja kubalagira bakole buli kyabusiru kye bakola. Ne twagala tugende ku record kubanga tumanye ekiseera kigenda kutuuka ezo ebbaluwa zonna ziveeyo. Tumanye ekiseera kigenda kutuuka buli akoze ekikolobero ye ng'omuntu anoonyezebwe. tovola tugenda ku record. Tuli basanyufu nnyo era Katonda yatuyamba nnyo. Ti generation yaffe is a modern generation. Everything is on record. Everything is on live. Everything is on camera. So none of those human rights violators will run away. So njagala bebaza abantu b'e Kamuli. Njagala mumanye nti mmwe nga bwe mwabadde abantu b'e Busoga ate kyetaaga poliisi yonna kuvaayo eyo. Abaffe singa ekyabadde Busoga kibeera Busia ne kibeera mu Northern Uganda ne kibeera e Bugisu ne kibeera e Buganda ne kibeera buli wamu kaba kaweddemu. Bino bitukola twagala bibalage baganda bange nti namwe bwe munaayimuka buli wamu bano tuba tugenda bagaala. So tuba tugenda ba stretchinga mu Luganda ekigambo kyekiri ekya stretching. Tuba tugenda baleeguula mu nsonyi mu Luganda. Ati mbaire nendako balusoga n'ataamu Oluganda. Bano tuba tugenda baleeguula. So nenda tubaleegule bana. Nenda tuba stretching. Mulusoga kuba kugaala. Nenda tubagaale bana. Abaganda mbaire ntegeza kubagaala. Kino ekyo bana. So, tukisobolera ddala, we can stretch this regime. All oppressed people have only liberated themselves by rising at the same time. They cannot come and suppress the people in Busoga at the same time in Buganda, at the same time in Ankole. We need to pick from this that we are doing. So bwe mulabanga kikutte Busoga mwabe Buganda temulindanga bikutte mutulindanga bagamba. Mwabakole temutulindanga bagamba. But for now njagala nnyo okubebaza. Mbadde ngamba nti nalabye omwana omuto ng'alwana okuwona. Simanyi oba bebi we yawonye kubanga omusirikale yazze n'asula tiyagasi mu taxi. Ate ng'emmotoka zeesibye emabega ekkubo baligadde tebalina we bataasibwa. Katonda akkirize omwana oyo abe nga yawonye. Naye era bangi nnyo abafudde bwe batyo. Malabe bakuba tiyagasi bamukuba mu nnyumba z'abantu bamukuba mu bakadde. Eyo enkola ya Museveni basebo ne bannyabo. Bakutte abantu baffe bangi naye nga sinayogera nako be bakutte wano wendi wano wetwogerera banaffe bangi bali mu kkomera. Mwalabye design akikiridde Uganda ku platform y'okwetoloola ensi yonna. Bamukutte ne bamusiba kubanga yantungira ekyambalo. Zayambala ekyambalo kye nabaddemu n'ekyo kye nabaddemu. Naye bamukutte nga bagamba yatungidde Kyagulanyi ekyambalo. So bwe buwumba tuutu oba regime eno bwetusseko basebo ne bannyabo. Olunalo mbaire ennumi ya Lusoga tinekyo. Ekyo kya Lusoga. Nze neeyogerera Lusoga lwange mu nfe. Sisobola kuba wano nga sibajjukiza nti bannange mujjukira nti emyaka egisukka mu 5 egiyise twatwala okwemulugunya kwaffe mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu kati akakulibwa omukyala gwe bayita Wangadya. Naye nga bwe mumulabye ng'abantu babawamba ye n'agamba abo tebaliyo. Nga famire ya Kibalama n'abalala baagenda ne batwalayo ne ID ne national ID z'abantu baba bawambibwa ne bagamba nti kiwani nti abo abantu tebaliyo. Ne Nabbanja Prime Minister Museveni nga yavaayo n'agamba Kibalama kituufu bamuyina. Ye Wangadya yagamba Kibalama si muntu muzimu. Kakati omuntu w'obwongo obwo n'endowooza eyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Simanyi oba ayina abaana, simanyi oba maama, naye oyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu oba zino tribunals zo zirina n'okukola faster than the courts of law. Tribunals like the Uganda Human Rights Commission are supposed to solve human rights violations faster than courts of law. But you will notice that more than 5 years since I petitioned the Uganda Human Rights Commission, they had never given me a hearing. And when they gave me a hearing, I went there, I did not even speak 2 sentences, and she shut me up because she's not willing to listen to anything other than what she wants. Yeah. Bamala emyaka 5 nga tebampadde mukisa kujja kutanya nsonga yange mu kakiiko. Ne bampisa oluvannyuma lw'emyaka egigenda mu 6 saayogedde statement ziwera 2 nabadde ntandika okwogera nansirisa kuba yayagala kuwulira byayagala. N'olw'ensonga eyo omusango gwaffe twaguggyeyo kubanga akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu mu Uganda tekakuuma ddembe ly'abuntu wabula kalinyirira ddembe ly'abuntu. Naye nyina essanyu bategeeza nti tebyakomye ku Wangadya. Waliwo platform nnyingi nnyo okwetoola ensi ezirwanira eddembe ly'obuntu. Munajjukira nti Wangadya baamugobako mu kakiiko k'ensi yonna akaddembe Uganda. Kati njagala bategeeza nti Wangadya yennyini tugenda mutwala mu bukiiko obw'eddembe ly'obuntu obwetoolodde ensi yonna kuba yakulembera abatoola eddembe ly'obuntu. Era omukyalo oyo naye nga bwe mulaba Anita Amongo bwe twamututte mu platforms eziri international n'asibwako nati twagala ne Wangadya atekebweko sanctions kuba yasinga okulinyirira eddembe ly'obuntu. Yenyigidde mu kutulugunya abantu kubanga bw'oba gwe ofiisi yo yevunaanyizibwa ku ddembe ly'abantu ate nga gw'obikkirira abatulugunya abantu, naawe Wangadya otulugunya abantu. Madamu Wangadya, you're one of the human rights violators and we're taking you to international platforms. We want sanctions against you. Kino saagadde kimukweka. Wangadya kankikutere mu Luganda, naawe gw'omu kubanyigiriza kubalinyira eddembe ly'obuntu era naawe twagala otekebweko natti nga bakama abo ate tumanye ekyo kijja kutuukirira. Kati nga nzeeyo kutuwa yaffe weewaawo bannaffe bangi nnyo bakwatibbwa nga mwe muli ne administrative secretary waffe madamu Sara Mukisa, mwe muli amyuka akulira abakyala mu NUP Comrade Rama Juma, mwe muli baganda baffe nga Bobby Rush nga Bashafi Adams n'abalala. Toto y'abantu 20 abakwatiddwa. Tegeezebwa nti ku makya baganye okubawa bondi era babasindise mu kooti. Kati kyonna kye musobola okukola mujja kikola, naye tujja kuba free, tujja bagoba, tujja kufuna eddembe lyaffe, tujja kweyagalira munsi yaffe, ate mujja bisasulira byonna bimukoze. Bawaggulu nga mbategeeza nti yes, olunaku lwaleero twabadde tulina kubeera bugweri tetwagenzeeyo kuba twabadde tulina okukomawo tuwandiike ebbaluwa eyo tugende ku rekodi twogere n'eggwanga bamanye kye tuliko. Olunaku lw'enkya tukeera kuzambala tugenda Palisa. Nationwide tour yaffe egendagenda maaso. Tetulina musango gwe tukola, tetulina tteeka lye tumenya, tetulina kintu kye twonoona. Buli kimu tukikolera mu mateeka kubanga tuli kibiina ekiwandiise mu mateeka. Ekironde ffe tulina n'okuba nga tukulembera eggwanga lino. Museveni is an illegitimate president. He is not the president of Uganda. He is a bandit that took over our country 38 years ago, and every 5 years he organizes sham elections. But even in the 2021 sham elections, we defeated the illegitimate. However, we are being non-violent and we're doing everything within the law because we know we are on the right side of history. We are on the right side of the law. So we are going to Palisa tomorrow. Thank you very much and God bless you. Questions? Ngule tuliyambale ngule olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale ngule tulivimba mu Uganda. People power, our power, mwetyamire olusogologere bukalamu tukusabira lwongere okukala ku lulimi tubenga tukuwulizanga buli kaire isuka ino isuka baba. You have had, I will now take questions straight away because we are behind the schedule. We will take 3 questions. We will take 3 questions. Any question? You have elaborated very well. Okay. I will have my brother from NTV, and then I saw someone behind, but we are the same company, Spark and NTV. Okay, let me have you have the questions, please.
Raymond Tamale from NTV. Omukulu Kyagulanyi, ekibuuzo kya Bobi Wine tokizeemu bulungi mu Buganda. Mbadde njagala kutegeera mmwe nga ba NUP mwogera ki ku nsonga ya Bobi Wine. Poliisi evudde n'egamba nti bamukute n'ebyambalo ebyefaanyiza ebyamagye era kati ali mikono gya jjati. Mwe ng'abekibiina, are you going to follow process okulaba nga mumugyayo kubanga kati ekiddako bayinza oba nga mutwala mu kkooti y'amagye?
Second question. Second question, they are over. Any other question? No questions. The question was about Bobby Young, and I will ask the President to come and give us a reply to that, because it goes as far as the other outfit. So, Mr. President, you have spoken so audibly well that the journalists have no question or clarity to desire.
Thank you very much, Comrade Waiswa. The question of Bobby Young. Police came out and said they found him with clothes resembling military attires. All of you know that in 2021, so many of our comrades were arrested. Many of them are still in prison. They were presented to a military court, and their crime was wearing this beret. According to Uganda Police and Uganda People's Defense Forces, this is a military uniform. This is a military uniform. Anybody put this? Come here. According to Uganda Police, this is a military uniform. And many of our colleagues are in prison for dressing like that. According to them, this is a military hat. And hundreds of our supporters are in prison for wearing this. Actually, many were just picked off the streets, taken to the military detention. They have berets that they've confiscated from us. They took their picture and they charged them in the military court for wearing military uniform. Now, you've just told us that police yesterday said that having found Bobby Young with berets like the one I'm wearing now before you, and suits like the one I'm wearing, only that his were red. He was arrested and now he's detained at JAT. JAT in full is Joint Anti-Terrorism of cameras. And we wear it. They've not arrested me because they know that they are wrong. They are using that to intimidate our people. Like I told you, music is so powerful, that is why they banned my music. That is why our comrade Marinos was arrested and raped by the military as a punishment for playing my music loud. Fashion is a way of protest. We dress the way we dress because we don't fight with guns, but we beat them by dressing this way and showing up. And before long, we're even going to discover a new walking style. Those are our new youthful ways of protesting. So the regime is trying as much as possible to fight any kind of non-violent protest. These are some of our ways of non-violent protest. So the arrest of Bobby Young is not only stupid, but it's illegal. And it puts the regime to shame. But again, putting him in joint anti-terrorism detention exposes them even further. We know before long they're going to charge him in the military court, like they charged most of our supporters. Remember that terrorists, rebels that are caught with guns, that have killed people, are not presented in a military court. They're not taken to the court martial. They're taken to an ordinary court, to a magistrate court. But our supporters and our members are taken to the military court. Why? Because they want to plant fear in us. They want to make it abominable for anybody to associate with us. But we say they are joking. We will not stop. I encourage all of you to dress in red, to put on red overall, to put on the way I'm putting on, because it is not against the law. We have challenged them to adduce evidence and convict us for wearing the way we're wearing. But because they know they cannot convict us, they know it is not illegal to dress the way we are dressing. We know the law. And we know the difference between military uniforms and our attires. But they use it for politics. Like I said, all institutions have been captured, including the military and police. That's why they behave that way. We stand with Bobby Young. We pray for him, and we continue to demand for his unconditional release, because he's not a criminal. It is Museveni and his regime that are criminals. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I must also add that many people put on military uniforms, and you see them. You see them. You've seen many of NRM MPs wearing full military uniforms with pips. You've seen artists dressed in military uniforms. But for us, it's a different story, because we are so feared by the regime. Ku nsonga ya Bobby Young, mwenna mujjukira nti mu kalulu ka 2021 baakwata abantu baffe bangi nnyo ne babatulugunya ne babasiba nga n'abalala bakyali mu kkomera. Tebabatwala mu kkooti y'abantu ba bulijjo, babatwala mu kkooti y'amagye, kubanga babasanga n'enkofiira eringa eyange, babasanga nga bambadde engoye ziringa ezange. Era Bobby Young baamukutte lwa nkofiira eno n'engoye zifaanana ng'ezange, lwakubanga ezize zabadde mmyufu. Ne bagamba bamusanze n'engoye z'amagye. Naye nga mumanyi bulungi nti waliwo abantu abambaye engoye z'amagye zennyini, ne kubanga bakolera regimu eno, bo tebabakwatako. Mubalabye balirya n'abeeba Andrew Mwenda n'aba artist bangi bambala engoye z'amagye ne babaleka. Naye ffe bajja ne bakwata abantu baffe ne babasiba, kubanga bagamba nti bambadde engoye ezifaanana ez'amagye. So okusinziira ku poliisi ya Uganda, ono bwe bamusanga balaba w'amagye. Yes, tuli b'amagye, naye amagye gaffe si g'abatemu ng'agaba Museveni. Fagaffe gali non-violent. Naye engeri gye tutambulamu tubayita nabo foot soldiers. Before long, ogwo nagwo gujja kufuuka musango. So, ensonga gye bakwatidde Bobby Young teri mu mateeka n'omulundi n'ogumu. Bagezaako bateeka mu fear, bagezaako bateeka mu kutya, bakifuule kikolobero ky'amaanyi, bakifuule kintu kya bulabe nnyo okwesembereza NUP. Ne tubagamba mulimba. Tugenda mu maaso n'okuwagira Bobby Young, kubanga talina musango gwe yazizza. Nammwe mwenna okwambala ovulunga eyaffe, ogwo si musango. Temuliza bano gavumenti ya Museveni n'abo beesasula beekweka muffe abajja ne bavumirira ovulo zaffe kubanga bazitya. Mwongere okwambala bwe ntyo, ffe twekalakaasa mu sitayiro za njawulo. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyimba, kyobola ennyimba zaffe baziwera. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyambala, kyobola n'ennyambala zaffe baziwera. Bajja na kutuuka okwagala okukyusa engeri gye tutambula oba engeri gye tusalamu enviri zaffe. Mwalaba bulungi nnyo omu ku baali bakansala baffe e Masaka ng'ayambala nga Bobby Young yennyini bwe yayambala, n'agenda n'ayimirira mu maaso ga dictator Museveni. Baamukola ki? Baamukwata. Mulaba nti uniform zaffe zennyini ze batubbako oba ze batuwambako wano e Kamotya ne ze baawamba ku bantu baffe abakola naffe. Zennyini ze bawa abantu ne baba planting ngawo ne bagamba ffe tuli ba NUP naye tuwagira Museveni. Abo babeera baffere naye nga babambaza uniform zaffe. Naye ne kansala gwe baagula e Masaka yayambala full attire eya people power, n'agenda n'ayimirira amaaso ga Museveni. Abaffe awo mwali muzibye amaaso, awo mwali temulaba. So byebafuna na Bobby Young byonna njagala okubeera polite, naye ekigambo ekituufu nandigambye nti bya kisiru. Era talina musango, era tuyimiridde naye, era tujagenda maaso nga twambala engoye zaffe kubanga tetumenya mateeka. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
People power. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown.
We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. In the new Uganda, people power, our power, NUP, Chibumba benimwe. Mbale kwide Lusoga. Mbale kwide Lusoga. Yali jani ngobi. Thank you very much for the afternoon. God bless you.
Yes.